for rigging sector. All has started as we like to have a replacement for a legacy system for controlling hoists. We are big, you need to have a multi-pin cable or a data cable, but you still need to have a cable to move your hoist. A few years ago we have designed the remote. It's an aluminium body remote with a Motorola battery that you are out of problem with the wake-up battery. You have the 12-way or 8-way control, and you are able to control one unit. You are able to link the unit together. You are able to link two of the remotes together. Then you have linked the stop button and also the go button. There is an integrated charger for this remote. So when it's inside, it's getting charged. The charging time is around 55 minutes. Then it will work for more than 8 hours. The advantage of this controller is it's based on the latest machinery directive. That means it's SIL 3 controlled e-stop and also SIL 3 controlled output lines. That means that you have in the technical field you have 2 microprocessors, 2 checking lines, 2 outputs, so all is double, including the relays for controlling output. This unit it's built up for the low voltage hoist. They have also a version for a direct hoist. The output can be variable according to customer need. We do the CE Harting 6, then we do the Harting 16, we do the SOCAPEX 7 for the US clients. And at all, when you don't like to use the wireless remote, you are able to switch the unit to the local point, and then you are able to move the hoist from the local point. You are able to link this unit. You are able to link up to 30 of the unit, so it's something like a 400 hoist. When you are moving the unit, you are able to hide out the antenna so it not get broken. You are able to unscrew the antenna and replace it by the panel antenna. So if it's a multi-purpose hole and you like to control the hoist, you can put there the big angle antenna and then you are able to control the hoist. So that's it.
You said you can link these two remotes?
Yes. You have this link cable, you are able to connect this one, then you have another one.
Okay.
It gets off because one of the mushroom is engaged. So now you are able to control, oh, I need to switch it to the remote mode. Now I am pressing the button of the 8-way and it's moved. So you are able to link 2 of the 12-way, you are able to link 1 8-way, 1 12-way or 2 8-way. And that's a replacement of this one. It operates of 2.4 gigahertz, 432 and also 866 for the US. So that depends on how the air is crowded. You will select the right radio module for you. So it's wide choice for clients also. The box itself, it's also equipped with numerous of advanced technologies. One is the APA, that's automatic phase align. That means on any align of the input phases, your hoist will move in the same direction, so you don't need to care about the phase align. The second way is module automatic voltage metering, so we are measuring the input voltage and the presence of all phases. If one phase is missing, the controller will not work. It will give you a signal that there is a problem with the power. So it's quite bulletproof design of the unit for all the users.
So if the signal is if there's interference, does it just stop?
Yeah, there is a 2-way communication. If you go out of range, the remote will notify you by the buzzer and the unit will stop. If there is any interference, there is a real-time encoding of the communication signal, and when one of the frames is missing, it will go all the off position and then you need to reset it by the emergency stop. Then we have also the link input, and you are able to connect the load cell controller and use the load cell output to stop moving of the hoist. So when you do the setup and you have the numbers of the load cell, and you will set up the maximum load on that load cell or minimum load of the load cell, and the unit will notify this unit that something is broken, the hoist will not move. It's very safe.
on that note, so why have you used 5-pin XLR when that's already an established use elsewhere in the industry?
Because we are using the RS485, so we like to use the same cable as the guys are using for a DMX conversion. If you have the full DMX cable, you are able for tooling you have the power, and the second one is the data. And we like to have the option, because in the local mode, when you link the unit together, you are able to link up to 30 units together and then control them by just one go button and one emergency button.
By using the same connector as the lighting industry, what happens when you cross-plug with the lighting?
We use the same, the pattern of the connector, that the data common signal is 1, the data minus is 2, and data plus is 3. It will not get broken, because you are safe.
If we plug yours, if a technician plugs your output into a moving light, or vice versa, or a desk output into
there will be no problem at the end. It will
work.
But
if you'd chosen a different connector, that couldn't be a possibility.
Sorry?
If you'd chosen a different connector, that wouldn't even be a possibility.
Yeah, that's also the option, but our clients like to use day cables. Nobody likes to invest into new cables if it's not necessary. I am able to...
5 pins wired. It is 5 pins wired, it's full.
Now it's used only the 3 pins, because the data, it's only the 3 pins.
You mentioned that these have a range, and as they go out of range, they go off.
Yeah,
how closely can you control that range? Because obviously these things will end up hanging from people's belts. What happens when they leave the room and they've still accidentally hitting buttons in the corridor outside?
You have the key button, so all...
No, but you've got several of these, haven't you? So...
Yep, you are able to use several of these, but the safety of the system, as a system, it's based on the education of the control guy, and we advised and we train the guy that if they are not using the wireless function, they will switch off and they will take a key. If they go for a lunge, they need to turn off the controller. It's simple. You will not stop your car, you will not put there the R direction, and you will not go out from a car. So
part of the regular silver standards are about designing safety in.
Yep.
Surely the length of control cable on your controller is a safety device to stop them being able to go outside the room and control it. You've just created a... I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't do wireless control, but you've now created a situation where you've introduced another danger, but there's nothing managing that.
That is managing. There is necessary to have a guy who will be close to emergency stop, and he is looking on the construction.
So your method of dealing with that danger is about making sure people are in the right place doing the right things.
That's only one way how to make the thing safe. There are still 3 e-stop wireless, and the wireless systems are widely used on the cranes, and they are safe, but it's all based about the people. It's not about technique. If the wireless connection is good and let's say the operator is dummy, he will move the different switches. Disadvantage of this unit is that the guy coming from the sound and then like to set up the line arrays, they are able to set up them wirelessly. So they have
I can see the advantages. I'm just concerned about the dangers that you've created in that process.
The unit is, we have showed this, let's say the generation number 1, this is the generation number 3 on the PLASA 2009, and the people are using it, and I haven't heard any problem with that. It's still about the training, all the things. If there is construction moving, it's about the people. So there needs to be that man who will kill out the power from that. So.
What did you say the frequency is?
It's 2.4 as a standard, and then you have 43, so it's a free, and 866, so it's for a US guys.
So if you're on 2.4 gigahertz, have you tried turning on a microwave oven? Because that's on the same frequency. What would that do if you get that kind of interference?
I haven't seen any problems with the interference. It's frequency hopping system there. The hoist, if the construction is moving, it's moving for a minute, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's not the live aspect that it needs to work, let's say 20 hours per day. So you will use it when it's working. So, and you have also the option that you will control it from the local point. If the venue owner will tell you it's forbidden to use the wireless devices, you will use this one.
So you mentioned this is the 3rd generation of this product, the Kevestim in 2009. So what's the real innovation on this one then?
The first unit was, the complete unit has been a little bit dummy. There was no LEDs which will show you the position of the switch, because we have been thinking that people will not use it. There was no indication how the channels are set up. There was no hidden antenna. There was no SEO3. So the first concept was one microprocessor, one radio module, one relay. Now it's all doubled. So the safety relay 2 times, the directional relay 2 times. And when you start the unit, it's always check all the relays on the output. And one of the relays is stuck. It will indicate it here, and then you are safe. You know that there is a relay inside a socket. You will open the socket, and we are using the Finder relay, specially made and certified for a safety application for all the channels. So at the end, people are quite happy. So I haven't heard any problem with the stack of the relay or broken relay.